Hey guys, welcome. I feel a little bit more energetic than yesterday, which I'm thankful for. I didn't take my hydroxyzine last night, so I think that's a big part of it. I feel normal, kind of, for the first time in a while. Not too tired, whatever. Like Lara saw earlier. He's always got a lot of interesting things to say about like health and the state of the world and everything. He's very much into like almost like conspiracy stuff, but not really. Like it's all founded on like real research and stuff. Anyway, he's just a cool guy. I hope I end up working there someday. I mean, I think about it sometimes. Like every time I'm in there, like, should I ask for a job today? Like, should I ask if I can work it? So I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I never go through with it for some reason, but I will. Eventually, I will, and then I hope I get there. And, I don't know. It'd be fun just to have a talk my head off. Hear all the stuff that he's learned and has to say, because he knows a lot. He's a really smart dude. I mean, he knows about every brand, every like. Every product, but then he also knows a bunch of all this like holistic health stuff and like alternative history and culture stuff, and I don't know, it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing more of the Tainted Grail. I hate that it's called Tainted, but Tainted Grail. I'm gonna be playing this again today, and I hope it's gonna be a little more exciting than last time. I know I was like just really leading into the not thinking in real time kind of vibe, really like just kind of there for the ride. But hey, I think today will be a little more interesting, I hope. Anyway, so I'm starting to do the next page of the children's book, which I feel, I mean, she sent me a picture, an example of what she wanted, and it's AI. I don't know if she I don't know if she prompted it out herself or if she found it or something, but the image she used to send me to figure out what to do is AI, and it's hard not to just like redo it like line for line, basically. Like, I mean, it's hard not to just take it and do it the way that it's hard to look at it and then not just do it the way that it says to do it, because it's like, I don't know, I mean, which takes a lot of the creativity out of it and everything, whatever, but I don't know. And then, that begs the question is like, why hire me in the first place? Why don't you just use AI if you're gonna, I don't know, whatever. Do I have to wait? Looks like I have to wait. I wonder if there is like a little hotel here or something. But yeah, I mean, AI just kind of hurts to look at. Is there a place I can sleep in here? This feels a little jerky, doesn't it? Like, I don't know. I think it might be my controller, though. Any place to sleep in here? But I mean, it's fun to work it out anyway. I mean, work out the problems and issues of a drawing. It's just kind of fun to figure out. Who's this? Huh?
Always good to have a little rest. Always a pleasure to see you. Hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them? Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore. Ah, symbolism. Yeah, maybe, whatever that is. Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more. You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for an adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's always something happening out in the world. But you know what? Here in the south, everything happens late. It's a big world out there, and a small one right here. Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different lately, due to the refugees. One was even hanged for theft, but I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swal, or whatever his name is. Aye, it's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway. What do I think? Well, as long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hang. That's all. Folks are saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good. I don't get it. This is a massive investment.
Maybe I can see by here. It's like full nighttime now. Where's this tavern he was talking about? I feel like that's an important place to see.
You need something? You alright, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage. Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, Old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit Old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
A lot of gingers in this place.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope. Huh, that's surprising. But good. Very good. He's been a drunk for as long as I can remember. Keeps saying he'll stop, but he never does. At least not for long. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he? If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home. We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there. Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
I kind of want to turn the subtitles off. Or at least make them smaller. Because like I guess there isn't a way. The subtitles kind of like, they don't match up with what he's actually saying. I guess I'll give her these flowers really quick. I had a dream last night about this kid from my elementary school, but we were friends in the dream. Whoa.
If I just stay put, every bloody seagulls! Can you hear me, you flying vermin? A keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. And what do you want? I'm fixated. Me! Oh, you didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then, suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So, I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist. And then another 4, splat! And they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the keep, mark my words. And I don't like how you seem to think I'm a fool. So, what now? Should I shit on you for that? I don't think so. I once managed to shoot a few. I thought they'd learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting. With increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in fields. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is. Oh, thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. But there is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything. Need something?
I got on the right way. Anyway, in the dream, I was like playing some weird sport, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know if he was my teammate or what, but it was a weird game. Am I down there? How do I get down there? Holy crap. It was kind of like dodgeball, but not quite. I don't know if I should go up this. Oh. I don't want to get stuck. Shit. I think I'm stuck. Dang it.
Please, watch where you're going. Oh, Mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble? That's just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people. Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Heber's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead. Yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all. The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of? You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor. Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but Well, we all have our secrets. Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble, tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds, well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep. It's not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs. No, not really. Fortunately. See you around.
I'm getting quest after quest after quest.
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be. So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole, but you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole, but now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers.
Everybody that reviewed this, all the reviews I saw were like, the graphics just suck. There's no getting around it. Sorry guys, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think they're that bad.
One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice. Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards. Surprising, isn't it? It seems that Quartermaster Fergus banned any kind of vigilante behaviour. And the local healer said he wants to make sure whatever made Cole this way isn't contagious. So as long as that question remains unanswered, we're at a standstill. But honestly, if anything happens to that keeper, I have no doubt Cole will be killed and will be thrown out of the keep. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realised everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse. No, only that, well, it didn't make much sense. But he was convinced that something bit him. He kept checking. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weirdness. that must have caused his fever, his insanity. I was in a strange place. Dark, full of fog, eerie. I was trying to find him. I called out, but no one answered. I was alone in the night, and then I kept falling, and falling, and falling. And then I woke up. We set up camp near the arch spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world. What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. Thank you. For them. You are from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them. Be careful out there.
Ooh, I found the tavern. All right.
Who are you? Another refugee? This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other. But a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much. That's so. Fine. Whatever you say. But yeah, I could see that you don't really look like one of them. Just pass them through then. Shame it had to be now. Not so long ago, we'd have sat down and had a drink with the rest of the lads. Now I come here alone. I don't know, but you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk. Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fedley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley? Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff. Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag. My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts. Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe. Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happens in Camelot all the time. It's almost insufferable. Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell... It's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me? Oh, of course. You know, I've always found talking about money so distasteful. But needs must, I suppose. Don't worry, you'll be handsomely rewarded. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid! I can't wait to start decorating. Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
I'm going to turn off the subtitles. Or wait.
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a sticker.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I have tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer? You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon. Oh, biding my time until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with. Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child? In one of my books, I found a reference to a certain object, a figure most likely, which had the ability to dispel the wordness like a Minhair can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area. The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal? Yeah, and they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
It is dark, isn't it? Should I see about that? Turn it all the way up. Yeah, that's better.
Beer from Kunecht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
I wonder if this stuff spoils. Should I read that book? Read it out loud, huh? It was not a good place, especially not for humans. The odd instruments used for God knows what, the signs written in a strange language, and that disturbing figure. To this day, the mere memory of it makes me shiver, and to think that all this was, and maybe still is, lurking so close to the horns of the south. If you ask me, they should bury the entrance to that mine and seal it up forever. I tried to convince Captain Lex not to take anything from those accursed chambers, but he wouldn't listen. The four-armed figure didn't look like all that much to me, but I could see how alluring it was to the captain. It reminded me of one of those strange menhirs I heard about from the inland villagers, only not so impressive in stature. On the captain's orders, we threw the cargo into the hold and steered towards the Isle of the Dead and its island asylum, Isle of the Dead. Writing these words and reflecting on everything what happened afterwards, I realize now how cruel that name is. I was wrenched from my musings by a roaring sound, almost like a clap of thunder. It knocked me off my feet, flinging me at the mast like a rag doll. It took a while for me to realize that something had hit the bottom of the ship, something huge. Water flooded the deck. People were running around screaming. Well, at least those who hadn't already been thrown overboard earlier. I had no idea what was happening. Did Nolly ram us into some rocks? Then came another blow, this time port side. That was when I saw her. Every sailor in the South has heard stories about the terror from the deep. And there she was. Her scaly body gleamed before my eyes for only a moment. But it was a sight I will never forget as long as I live. The ship was sinking, yet I could not stop staring at the spot where I had seen the sea monster. A moment later, a piece of the mast hit me in the head, and I lost consciousness. To this day, I do not know whether I owe my survival to the will of the gods, a twist of fate, or a whim of the monster. Why me? Why was I chosen to tell this story? If so, then that is what I shall do, and I humbly offer my thanks to forces I cannot comprehend for giving me the chance to fulfill this task. Okay.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste? Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child? That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination? Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste? Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure. Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians! Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
So the bitch understood the meaning, yes? I'm glad. They should all be scared shitless. Even more so after Cole got what he deserved. Congratulations on your powers of observation. Those vagrants should know that since they live on our dime, they also live by our mercy. I can do anything to them, and they can't do shit. My plan was perfect. It's necessary, and I don't have to explain myself to you. You're from nowhere, so you're nobody. Become a keeper, and you'll have the right to punch me in the face. But, as it is, you'd only get thrown in jail for starting a fight with a keeper. The refugees are a tumour on the healthy body of the Horns of the South. Remember this, and make wise decisions.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction. My name is Ridderick, and I will be happy to introduce you to the rich history of this fascinating place. A history that began 623 years ago with the first keeper, Sewell Firstfoot. I'd also like to bring your attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history of the Horns of the South. Do you mean the document with information about the course, weather, position, and speed of the ship, as well as all of the stops and other occurrences kept by the captain or the first mate? More specifically, the document from the bridge of the Andraste, which sank tragically in nearby waters in the year 513. Indeed, we have it. Please wait here.
Is that it?
Here it is, though I doubt those records will tell you anything, since the weirdness surrounding Avalon made sailing impossible. The knowledge of the precepts of navigation has been forgotten. Oh, no, we know that. You should have mentioned that you're looking for the wreck of the Andraste rather than the logbook. Every keeper knows that the Andraste was swallowed by the ocean. It's near what's currently known as Smuggler's Bay. Here, I'll mark it on your map. I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest, but I do know the answer to this question, as it is rooted in the history of the Horns of the South. It used to be the case that a significant part of the daily catch was gobbled up by our troublesome coastal neighbors. So the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way to deal with the problem. Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of tanned pigskin sewn together. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded them of a natural predator?
Always good to have a little rest. Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened? Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around, and now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two, if you're willing to learn, that is. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you could bring it over so I can see what you've made.
I need monster brains. Does he have any feathers? Nice. I'll take 2. Ew.
you are. Finally. Do you have what I need? A mask? Eh? Are you sure? Ah, whatever, sod it. Now they'll get what's coming to them, damn rascals. You can go now. You're right. Here, take this. But don't think, even for a moment, that the struggle is over. We need more, much more, to finally rid ourselves of those blasted birds once and for all. Are you ready for the next step in our fight against the flying, shitting enemy? That's the spirit! In a war like this, every ally counts. Look, I've got the perfect seagull trap design right here. You just need to make a few and set them up in some strategic spots, like this one. And those flying pests will surely get caught. We need to work smart. Go on then, and fight against the flying vermin.
Dang it.
You need something?
Damn, it's all the way out there. Well, I should do it anyway. I have monster brains to get. Alright, maybe I should use a shield. Looking for a shipwreck. Almost overweight. attack. God damn it. Okay. I almost had him. I could probably just go around them. Or maybe I can...
We'll make short
Well.
work. You're rolling.
My idea is to have them attack each other. God, this is crazy.
You're no match for our man.
It's not gonna work. Golly. Okay. I can't believe I've sold my shield.
That's not a shot. We'll make short work. I've taken down bigger foes. You made a big mistake. This is going to hurt. Your wealth is ours. This is going to hurt. Take that, fool! We'll make short work of you. Your road ends here.
Okay, this is my last quest. I want to find this treasure. What recipes do I know? Do I need anything? Let's see.
Where do you think you're going? Go ahead, but speak to Vran first. Unless you want her berserkers to turn you into mincemeat.
Could use some action.
Cool.
My bones itch for battle.
I'd rather face blades than boredom. Mabin let you in. Well, this must be urgent then. Go on, speak. You don't strike me as a godly sort of person. But I must be wrong if you're willing to risk your life just to visit some old ruin. Go ahead. It's just up the stairs, and past all my berserkers. Fair warning, though. They're not a very talkative lot. And why would I? This isn't Camelot's land anymore. The temple belongs to the Del Rida now. As for this camp, it's mine's. And I don't trust strangers wandering around our territory. They rarely bring anything good with them. I'm not sure yet. First, I need to see if you're really as determined as you claim. I'm not about to share our secrets with somebody that's only half committed. I've got a potion from Therov, made for my warriors. He claims his alchemy is better than what the Volker tribe has known for generations. The thing is, I don't fully trust his brews, so I need somebody else to test this one for me. Here, drink up. So, how are you feeling? What the hell? Damn it, Therov. I wasn't expecting this, no gonna lie. I don't know what you're trying to say. Just come sit by the fire with me. It should wear off soon. Feeling better now? Try saying something. Exactly why I've always told Therov he's full of shit. He's chasing the impossible. I knew it wouldn't work, but at least the potion wasn't dangerous. I wasn't expecting you to just go along with it. No Volker would accept a potion like that from an outsider. You're really determined to enter the temple, aren't you? No, I can see you're reckless, but I still don't know if I can trust you. Lucky for you, there's a rather delicate matter that needs handling. Turns out, I need some help for somebody who's no Del Rida. One Eye wants to make nice with the keepers, though if you ask me, no level in their precious pile of rocks to the ground is nice enough already. But he says that's no enough. He's looking to make a gesture of goodwill, show them we're not here to conquer but to forge an alliance against a common enemy. And he's put me in charge of picking out a gift to send to the Horns of the South. Camelot, of course. Who else is there? Acting like a damn plague in this island. Everything they touch turns to ash. It's a touch that rots and spreads, corroding everything from within. The land, the people, nothing is safe. The sooner they're gone, the better for everybody. I've got one. I sent some of my men to hunt down bandits and told them to collect an ear from each one they killed. I thought to have Ugwi make them into a necklace, but apparently, stringing ears on a wire is beneath his pride as an Ulfrite smith. Think you could help me put it together and deliver it to the Horns of the South? I know your lot thinks we're savages, but just so you know, it's no a tradition with us either. How else would they know we've been helping? The keepers probably wouldn't notice fewer bandits. They barely leave their walls. If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. I could have Ugwi forge an axe, but he doesn't see much difference between the Southerners and the Camlosians. No that I blame him. I can't either. I just take One Eye's word that it exists. But I don't trust Ugwi not to somehow make it insulting. As for my people, the Volker stripped themselves of any meaning a long time ago. The only thing we have left is the Berserker potion. But that's too precious to just hand over. It's no his skill, I doubt. It's his commitment. Though maybe I'm wrong. We're all supposed to be united under One Eye's banner, aren't we? Fine. Why don't you talk to Ugwi? Tell him what needs to be done. You know better than I do what gift the Keepers will appreciate most.
Get restless. Oi, keep your hands where I can see them. You've got balls to come here, but one wrong move and you'll lose them. Yeah? I do. What are you doing here? Then you have a problem. Because the temple belongs to One Eye now, and he told us to sit out here on our arses and make sure no one goes inside. So, you're not going inside. But I really hope you'll try. At least I can warm myself up by chopping off your head. Seems like it. Go see Vran. She might just make you one of her berserkers. You'd fit right in with those madmen. Why is everything always such a hassle? Put that away before you regret it. She wants me to do what now? And here I thought she was the one Volker who hadn't lost her damn mind. Bloody hell, this whole camp's gone mad, I swear. Must be something in the air around here. Fine, but I don't have the time or the materials right now. Here, take these instructions and forge the damn axe yourself. When it's done, bring it to me. I'll add the, final touches. Why is everything always such a hassle? not too shabby. Almost ashamed to give it away. Just wait here a moment. Ah, now it's ready. A fitting gift for the keepers of the South. And stop eyeing me like that. I gave my word. I'm not about to tarnish my tribe's name with poor craftsmanship. Now, scram.
Someone's bound to start trouble.
Damn. Okay.
Too quiet.
Alright. I'm gonna take a break. My ass hurts.